and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, as another day is dawning on our little planet here. We have a lot of work to do on this new day that is dawning right now. First of all, I would like to go for the steel production now that we're going to need for our inventory upgrading. And we're also still researching now, thanks to having so many matrix cubes. It's absolutely possible. And another thing is that we have a refined system here for the iron ingots and the wheels. So the magnets and the iron ingots are coming out here. And we still need now the steel, right? For the steel, I will probably have more of these assemblies here then. The problem though is that what we can see right away is that we are running out of space here then, right? And also of the iron ingots. So for future productions, we're going to need some new veins. So over there we have a stone vein already that we can use. And there we have the next iron vein. And I'm actually, going for that soon. So once we, specialize our productions then even more, we're going to need, of course, more output. And this is where we are getting it. For now, let's get rid of that wind turbine here, but not for good, of course, because we do need the energy after all. So let's just place this one somewhere further over here. We still have it close to it. Oh, fantastic. The sun is rising. And here I can now place some blue. Where do we have them? The smelter. For the smelter, however, I do need some more resources, iron ingots amongst that. Unfortunately, we don't have iron ingots right now. We're not producing enough iron ingots yet, right? So the wheel, the copper is consuming all of those three, are consuming quite a lot of that. We have the improved logistics, so we have now faster sorters, so more quickly, and the splitter. So with this one here, we can distribute cargo to different conveyor belts or balance multiple conveyor belts. Right, so we can filter that. We're going to need this soon. For now, I would like to increase my output for the iron ingots there too, because we're still not having enough. So the smelter, first of all, I have a storage over here where we should... Oh no, we don't. Difficult. Then let's add one of these smelters also for iron ingots now. So we have 3 of them working for the iron ingots. Righto. And I'm also doing here, I'm going to expand the belts. So the inner belt is then just using the inner belt is then just using the iron ingots, right, that we do need in this area. There we have the smelter once again. The good thing is, if you dismantle something like that, you get it back right away. There's the output for this belt, and there's the input from this belt. And we're going to select the iron ingots there once again. Perfect. Alright, sorter level 2 has been installed here, and as we can see, there's much more iron coming in now into the storage here. So it's much faster. Beautiful. Because we're now producing iron ingots out of the 4 assemblers, of course, or the smelters, we're going to need the magnets soon. But right now we have a supply problem here. So there is the smelter. I do need a few more of them. Let's go for the next research, which would be the steel smelting. So we can then also go with a bit of steel that we're going to need for future upgrades then as well. And we do have enough matrices. Can I also queue? Yep, we can queue further researches. Very good. Because we have a power problem too. So let's just check the next power option that we have. The thermal power station facility that uses combustible materials such as coal as fuel to generate electrical energy. Between the energy output and the calorific value of the consumed fuel has energy efficiency. Very good. So with this one here, we can then start the coal power plant. Let's queue this one, because we have a bit of a space problem if I'm building now dozens of these wind turbines. We have a coal miner down here, so we can start our energy production then with these coal power plants then, essentially. One thing that I want to do now, because I can see that this is becoming a problem, we need to refine or redesign our iron ore production, right? Or iron ore processing area. From the iron ingots, the magnets, and the steel, which is also going to need iron ingots. We do need a bit more space, and I would like to take this whole space here for it. We do have enough iron coming out of here, so this is going to take a bit of time. But what we need to do before we can do this is materials. So we do have a bit more iron ingots now. And let's build a few more, first of all, of the conveyor or the sorter. Right, let's build a few of them. We do need the iron ingot for that. And we're going to need quite a few of them. Another thing that I would like to do is we still want to get a few more smelters. We have around 18 now. That might be fine then. And of course, conveyor belts. We do need a few of them too. Off they go. Let's get cracking. A new day is dawning. What we need to do first is I'm going to get rid of this wind turbine here. And of those assemblers here. Of the belts. This is looking like it's hurting a lot. And I guess it is. Very good. Also of these belts here. And of these belts here. We're going to make this more efficient now so that we don't have to care about this anymore in the future. I will also like to get rid of this mining facility now. And this wind turbine here, because we're going to need 2 miners here. Now for the wind turbines, for now I'm going to have the wind turbines kind of like, yeah, stacked up over here. And we probably will also don't need them forever since we go for coal soon. There we have the next one. And there we have the next one. That's enough power for quite some time. Oh, fine. And the trees regrow. Yep, there are more trees coming all the time, so I can chop them down if I want to get some basic fuel out of it. And look at that. There's still night and we are in the morning already. This is really cool. Cool looking stuff here. And we can also see the stars move as our planet is moving in general. Now, what I need. First of all, I'm going with this miner here. We're going to have 2 miners here now. This one takes 100. Unfortunately, wait a second. This one takes the most out of it. 212k. And we're going to have a second miner over here. Come on. 164, or we go for this way. 195. 193. This is fine. This is fine. So that we have 2 miners now, right? They're going to need a belt. And hopefully we can upgrade this belt soon. There's going to be a lots of iron ore coming out of it. Alright, there's the conveyor belts coming up. As we can see though, we have our drones attached to us. So we do need to be close to it for it to build it. And this is consuming fuel. That one there, please. Thank you. And this one. Now we have the belt. This is the level 1 belt though. We have level 2 sorters now, so we can use them for the fast and efficient iron ore output. But the belts I think will not carry that much then. But let's just go for it for now. Here we have that. And now, here, I can have now a lot of smelters, right? We can basically have the whole thing here of smelters. And the output is then for my factory and into the storage facilities. Let's have the first smelters over here already, because these are for the iron ingots and stuff, right? So I think this should be fine. The first 4, actually make it 5. Yeah, let's have 5 here right away. Beautiful. Let's have the energy transmitter. Their thermal power has also been researched. Now we can go for the coal power. My next project is ready then already. And here we have the output for these. And this is just going to be iron ingots, I guess. Going then into that storage area here. There we have the sorter. I will need to remove this sorter though there and build it again. And it's a level 2 sorter, of course, right? So these only need level 1 sorters. And the major one is going to be level 2. I hope this is still not enough, not too much then, right? And then we basically just need input sorters here. And then we just decide that we want to have a lot of iron ingots. We might change this then to the magnets later. It's all going to be iron ingots for now. 5 of them. It's coming out here. And we still need the output from the mining facilities. So I think actually, can we not have a mining output like that? No, I think we need to have a belt first. Right. Oh yeah, very good. There's the iron ore coming out, and the same thing we can do here. And there's also the iron coming out now. A lot of iron ore. That's looking so beautiful, right? As the belts are now taking the iron ore. And as we can see, that energy is missing. These wind turbines don't have a connection there. Let's add this connection. Yep, like this. Since we have so many matrices, let's continue with the next tech then. So we can still do this in the background, of course. Even though it might be quite overwhelming. There we have the foundation. So what I can see right now is we can also have buildings, factory buildings. Whew, that's a lot of stuff. There we have the solar collectors. So yeah, solar power would be incoming. The fluid storage. And do we need anything important here? Upgrades. Mechanical frame. What is that? Communication control. +1 construction drone. Yep, let's go for this. 200 kilowatt mecha fuel power. Let's note this actually. We cannot do... Yep, flight speed for our construction drones. Let's queue this one up as well. As we can see here, we already have then the advanced research. That needs quite a lot. Universe exploration. So we can see then the resources on other planets. Let's do this. I'm interested in that. It's not very important right now, but I'm interested in that. And plasma extract. Here we can have plasma refining with hydrogen and the oil refinery. Oh boy, I wonder what I need this for. Deuterium. I can already feel my head exploding. What kind of stuff we have here? Yes, let's go for... Let's have the fuel. And the high efficiency plasma control. Quite a lot of tech that we're researching there right now. We have though the matrices for that. I'm also going to add a few more matrices there to my inventory. So we can continue with that. This, by the way, though, needs power on my Mac. So we do need to add more power there. Fuel with wood and plants, most likely. Let's continue as the new day is dawning on this very beautiful planet with the next production. As we can see for now that this conveyor or this sorter here is not fast enough, right? So we are still not getting enough iron ingots in. We might need to do something about that. What I can do here is I would like to have my next assemblers. So we can have these new assemblers here that I would like to add here. But we do have a problem though still, and that is the input. Let's get rid of the Tesla tower there. I might just place it somewhere else, like here. My drone can take the rest. Let's get rid of this sorter and of this belt. And... Pooh, we might need more sorters. Yep. Let's try this out. Can I have a second sorter here going in there? I should be. Yep, very good. So now we have twice the input into that storage facility. And that should hopefully do something better. We can still make it even faster. Have another belt here. And let it go to the other side here. And then we're going to have another sorter here as well. Very good. So now we have 3 sorters here. Right? This should be enough. That's a lot of iron coming in now. Iron ingots. That is fine. Alright, so here we have then for the future, for future iron ingot smelting, we have those assemblers, which I'm not going to activate now. Here we're going to have now the wheels. So the wheels are coming out, going into their own storage facility. Now this is then really just working for iron ingots, and everyone that needs the magnets, which is the wheels, I'm sorry, the magnets are coming out then down here for those factories that need the magnets then. Right, so that we focus more on the basic resourcing up there. Let's get rid of this Tesla tower here. No, actually, let's get rid of this one here is changing to the gear for now. Oh no, wait a second. Actually, let's make it this. It still needs that input there, right? So that the matrices are still working. By the way, we should not forget to put some fuel into our fuel chamber, otherwise we might have a problem there. And for the next one, I'm going to have now my storage that I can basically, I could have it here for the wheel output. Yeah, perfect. Splitters work just as fine when we want to split those belts. So we can have then a whole row of splitters here where the factories are going then up there. Very good. Another thing learned, the sorters can also work as a bridge. So you can also have them over other conveyor belts, and I think they can be quite long, as we can see. So the idea of a main bus system also works here quite fine. And we have universe exploration too. We can now see resources in our planetary system, or we should be able to. Like for example this giant ice system. Puh, I don't think so. Do we still need something else for that? Zeta Virginis number 2. Star map. That is the ice giant. At least we can now zoom to the ice giant, right? Oh yes, we can see it here. We have fire, ice and hydrogen on this planet. This is pretty cool. So with that tag we can now see also here we have the lava planet. And we can see it has iron ore, copper ore, silicon, titanium. Ocean type is lava. We have a lot of construction areas, so we will be able to actually build on this planet. It's a lava planet. Really cool. What is the sun? There is no construction area on the sun though. That would have been amazing. I think we might have some structure around it then. Yeah, something like that. Pretty cool. Now we can see what the other planets hold in store for us. Right? Now, brings me back to my factories. Now, we have learned something very useful here. So we can have the bridges over to the other belts. So I can have a main system here, right? And here we have then the assemblers, it goes over it. And we can thus use, for example, 3 outputs here. So we're going to have the 3 outputs of copper, iron and magnets. And we're going to have the assemblers here that are using these resources then for the future processing. So in that case here we do need the magnets and the copper. That means we're going to have basically now, and we'll just see how we can scale all of that. Right, we have now 3 belts going down here. One with the iron. One is going to be sorted for the magnets. And one is going to be sorted for the copper. And there it's coming out. Perfect. There we have those 3. Oh, and fluid storage. We can now also have the fluid processing then, if we need that. For this reason here, or for this one here, it might be better to have the sorters. Right, and what are you actually? You need iron ingot there too. There we have this one for this little assembler. So here we're going to put this one on copper. Just this one is an exception. Right, as we can see, there's the copper coming out of it, and the copper is then delivering the copper into the sorter into this one. So we process the circuits, we process the wheels and the magnets down here with another last bridge. It needs the copper. Oh, wait a second. The belt needs to be a bit closer. Oh, please tell me that this is working. Yes, very good. And the magnets here. Very good. And on the other hand, what we still now need is the magnets. And this is what we have then here for. It's time for another splitter. There we have it. We just need now to connect it there once again with the belts. And the splitter is then smartly splitting those resources apart. We do need quite a few of these conveyor belts there still. So I will now need also to build a factory soon that is producing the conveyor belts for me, right? And as we can see, It's now being transported over here. So the magnets then. Am I actually collecting that too? Yes, I am collecting that. And we also got the high efficiency plasma control. No idea what I'm going to need this for now, but we'll see it later then. Here we got the... Wait a second. I have 2 splitters there now. This is actually... Here I actually need my output. So there we have the output for the storage. Perfect. And the sorters. And the cool thing here is we can combine this later then for the iron ingots once we have that. So we can just change here the production later to iron ingots and have the magnets then somewhere completely different. This is working, and what we still need now here is the input. We have energy for everything. Yes. Right, in order to prevent the spaghetti factory eventually happening, I will have to scale out now. The smelters will be down here in the future. The raw material processing will be over here focused, and the assembling machines will be here focused then. We can still prevent the spaghetti from happening, and I'm dedicated to do that. Let's build the next conveyor belt that we do need here, and this is also consuming, yes, a lot of fuel. We have the smelters. The iron ingots, they continue down here later. Here they go for the smelters, and for the steel we'll need our own output. Let's have a splitter here. We do need producing them again. Let's produce a few of them. Let's have 4 of them being produced right away. Right, and there is the iron ingots then coming out for my smelters down here. Working so far. We do need still an output. I could have actually the output on the same side. So I could have the output here too. For the steel then. Right. And I think it makes sense to have a central location then for the storage. Later. Let's just try this one. Down here we can have the belt then. And here we have the steel output. Alright, and now we just need the sorters. They're moving then into the smelter. Wait a second, let's check this real quick. Steel. Only iron ingots, very good. I think we're going to need a level 2 sorter for those guys, but we'll see. And the output onto the conveyor belt. Alright, that is that. What we still need here is energy. Let's have our transmitter coming all the way down here. Oh, what do we have here, by the way? This is looking... iron ore. Damn it. Okay, I thought there was silicon now, but unfortunately that's not the case. And then we have the transmitters, which actually, yep, take everything here into their area. Let's have one here close to the splitter. And as we can see, yeah, this is definitely too slow, right? Yep, we're going to need a level 2 sorter for those guys. But at least the first steel is coming out. And we can use that steel down here then in our storage facility. So we might actually make 2 assemblers here at some point. And the steel is coming into this storage facility here then. For now. And let's have the belt going all the way here. And the level 2 sorter will get it into the storage facility. And thus steel is coming in, and the game is actually showing that as well here with the steel. Perfect. Those guys here still need some steel production though. Very good. Now we have the steel rolling, and well, the first motivation was for the steel anyway, that we have it for a very special research, and that is my inventory capacity upgrade. Here we have it. We do need some circuits. We already are mass producing them anyway. And steel, we do need a few. Let's activate this one. So now I can just get the steel here. As we can see, it's rolling in. And on the other hand, up here we have our circuits. There should be quite a lot of them, yes, in this storage facility there. There we have them. Let's take a few of them. Righto. That's working. I can already see my next project, and that is we need to clean this area here up still with the storage, right? So each one of them gets their own storage. Each one of these goods gets their own storage type, like the steel here, so that we can have a dedicated belt then for each product that is then going around my factory. This is not good, looking good here at the moment, right? We have, it's here, a lot of wheels in here, or gear, that I might need to change then as well. Cheers!